And so,
yeah, I agree.
you know, that's something that also really helped me, in my process and my career here. So, but everything that I'm going to talk about henceforth is really going to be catered to your individual, what you're looking to get, which is 65,000 plus your first year. So just take notes on this. Each application, every time you help one of those people, Greg, it's going to pay you about $550 in advance commission.
Is that after the sale closes per se?
Yes, sale closes and you get them approved for the application. As long as you can read and write, chew gum at the same time, good part is you'll be able to do it because we have a process that you can go in, ask them medical questions, and then determine which company best fits their needs.
Okay.
And the good part is, like we already said, you're only dealing with people that are already requesting coverage from us. Right. So.
Okay. Yep. I'm just writing that down.
Yeah. So you're dealing with people that are requesting coverage from us, and that's the people you're going to be helping. Each application is roughly going to pay you $550, and that's your average advance. It's actually going to pay you more than that over the course of a year, but we'll just speak in terms of advance commission today. So $550 is the average, and I'm going to reverse engineer now what the number of appointments that you need to run each week to be able to accomplish that goal. Okay. 15 appointments a week is what I would teach you to do if you're wanting to accomplish that type of income. If you do 15 Zoom session, the good news is first 6 years I worked with the company, we did all these in person. Now, because of COVID-19 restrictions, we actually found a silver lining in our business. We're able to run these appointments via Zoom session. So you'll be able to call these people up, set appointments with them, and run these appointments via Zoom session.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely good that you guys can operate in this kind of environment as well.
Yep. And so 15 a week is what we teach our full-time team members to run if they're looking to make above 65,000 the first year.
And as far as appointments go, it's basically as soon as you make the appointment, they're more or less already signed up at that point. It wouldn't be, trying to convince them as to why
I didn't
sign up.
Professionals sort, amateurs convince. If people fill out a form, send it in when I'm running appointments, I don't call them up to see if they're looking for coverage at that point. I call them up to see which coverage they're going to get.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But hear me out, because I'm giving you the stats if you're paying attention. 15 appointments equals 6 to 8 applications. So how many are we converting? What's our percentage of conversion? About half the people we sit with.
So out of the 15, it's usually about 6 to 8 that we'll go through with that.
Yes. Half the people we sit with, we convert over to an application as far as the application count. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
And some of my better team members, they're probably closer to 70%, but you're looking for our average, and our average is 6 to 8 out of every 15.
Okay.
Some of my best people, Elijah.
So more or less, it would be it'd be like the 6 to 8 conversions would put you on pace for the 65K a year.
Yeah, actually, I have nobody in our business that I've ever seen run that amount of appointments over a course of a year and make less than 65K a year.
Okay, great.
Ever. So, and it's probably not even close. I've never seen anybody actually do that and make less than 80.
Wow.
Yeah. So the good part is you're looking for stability. I'm just giving you a number that will make sure it guarantees you to get above 65. And all of that I'm speaking to is a net income beyond expenses. Because 6 to 8 applications a week, you'll be netting at least anywhere between $1,400 to $1,800 a week net income beyond expenses. Okay, so just write that down. Next part I'm going to cover, bullet point this, Greg, is your overhead. Your overhead in this type of industry is your leads. Leads cost us money as a company to invest in, just like it cost our individual agents money to invest in. You'd start out on the bonus leads. The bonus leads are anywhere between $8 a piece down to 50 cents a piece. Price difference in those, Greg, really one thing and one thing only. It's simply how long ago a client filled out a form sending in requesting coverage. Longer ago the client requested coverage, simply the cheaper the lead.
Okay, so you're purchasing leads. It's not from a directory.
I don't know what
If that makes sense.
No, I don't know what a directory is. I'm just
Like,
gonna.
as far as
Let me give it to. Let me give it to you.
big list.
Just let me give it to you. Okay. Symmetry sends a form out to anybody, Greg, that refinances mortgages a home loan.
Right.
The people that take the time, fill out those forms, send it back into our offices requesting coverage. Those are the leads that are available to our agents. It's managed on a CRM, lead management system. You have a state map of Wisconsin that will be interactive. It shows you each county in that state. It shows you how many people requested coverage in each county. You, as an agent with Symmetry Financial, fully credentialed and trained by Symmetry Financial, will have the opportunity to go serve those families. You simply order the families you're wanting to run that evening and the next day, pay for them right then. You just purchase them. Say you took 20 families at $8 a piece. It's $160 to you. And say you help 3 of them. Well, each case pays you $550. Then that's your profit from that. So you make $1,600 over the next 2 days helping those families.
And it would be the $8 would be the freshest leads.
They're usually between 5 and 10 weeks old. Remember, the price difference in those are really one thing only. It's simply how long ago a client filled out a form sending requesting coverage. I started out on the $3 down to 50-cent leads, and I still wrote 42,000 in my first 6 weeks. I made more dials, got a lot of no's, Greg, but I went in and I did what they trained me to do. And as long as I did that, I got my proper yeses, got my proper no's. I got a lot more no's than I got yeses because I wasn't very good at it at the time. And then I got better at my processes, but I still ended up making $193,000 my first year. So if you're willing to put in the work, certainly the income is here. Fair enough.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So before you ask me more questions, let me finish what I'm going to cover and then ask the questions at the end. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Next part is I'm going to cover is legal. You got to be legal to work with our company. It's a life, health license, insurance license, state of Wisconsin. Good news is fairly simple license to get. You do an online licensing course followed by a state exam. Pretty cheap state to get a license. Wisconsin's about $180 total for you to get a license in the state of Wisconsin. We've got a ton of families for you to already help in the state of Wisconsin that have already looking for coverage, and we get a ton more each week. So the good news is we have plenty of business if you are looking to make money rather quickly. I got my license in 6 days, start to finish, while working a position 50, 60 hours a week. So if you're not working that long, we're just going to teach you to get your license in about a week, start to finish, as long as you're hungry. Okay. Long-term prospect.
Was this in Nashville also?
Excuse me?
Well, you started in Nashville?
No, I started in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm licensed now in over 24 states. I'm probably licensed in like 26 states now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, when we run appointments, we don't have to be in that state anymore.
So if I were to license in Wisconsin, I could cover it nationally?
Yep. You could run anywhere in the United States. You won't need to.
Okay.
You can make $65,000 a year running Wisconsin. You don't have to get licensed other people, but if you ever wanted to make $300,000 a year, you could run the whole United States.
All right.
You with me?
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. My top agent last year was Joe Martinez. He'd be one of you guys helping you train. He made $240,000 out in the field. So the good part is, if you're willing to do it, certainly the results are there. You just got to be willing to do the work. It's going to be on you on that part. We can train you. We can get you going. You just got to be willing to do the work. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's that. Long term, I started out here as a personal producer. Eventually, I decided early on I was wanting to build my own agency here and get this thing going in the right direction. And so it gave me the ability to start out as a personal producer, make my now income, but I also went out and built my future income, built an agency. If you ever want to do that, I can certainly teach you to do that. But initially, we can get you started out producing if that's what you wanted to do. But you can always build a business that you can own here at Symmetry Financial if that's something you desire. Are you married, kids?
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. People say that to me all the time, Greg. It's like, sky's the limit. Only limit. I mean, if you're willing to work for it, right, buddy? It's like we're in a multi-trillion-dollar business, the insurance financial services that we work in. So it truly is. I mean, I know people here that make significant incomes. It's just the person that I'm interviewing, they just got to be willing to do the work and help people. If you're willing to do the work and help people, good part is this right here works at a high level. If you're undisciplined and won't do the work and follow up with people, you're not going to make money here. You with me? The good part is this lets people that are sharp, professional play at a high level if that's what they're wanting to do. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you said, Greg, are you married, kids? You said you're not married?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So when I started here, I had a 4-year-old, 1-year-old, and a wife, and this was going to be our only source of income. And I left a good paying position to come here. So I didn't have time for it not to be stable. I didn't have time to play around with it. I had to get it going and going quickly. So if it is something that you are looking to make a go of it, we have a team of people that are willing to train you and get you up to speed really quick. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. So my question, I guess first question for you, what questions do you have for me right now, Greg?
So probably just a couple real quick. So as far as reps go, do you have any in Wisconsin as of right now?
Yes. Southern Wisconsin, we've got a couple that just got started, and we're looking to hire probably about 10 more.
Okay. And so if I understand this right, so it'd be about $180 for a license in the state of Wisconsin?
Yep. We can teach you the process.
Okay.
My secretary teaches you the process if you decide to move forward. And a lot of people ask me, Greg, what's your vetting process? Like, how do I determine who I hire and who I don't? It's pretty simple. You've got to go pass the state exam to be able to work with us. If you pass the state exam, we'll hire, train you, develop you.
Okay. And so as far as you were saying the range of how leads go, it's the $8 ones. How fresh are those as opposed to like the 50-cent ones?
5 to 10 weeks old, typical $5 or $8 lead, and then the 50 cents that I worked a lot when I worked the $3 down to 50 cents, as I told you before, and those were 6 months to 2 years old. Was the 50 centers. So I got plenty of no's, but also I got plenty of yeses because, like I said, I wrote 42,000 in my first 6 weeks.
So would you recommend going for the lower ones to start with, or?
Depends on the person. Me, I knew I wanted to know what a new person would start out on, which would be mostly the $3 to 50 cents. I wanted to see what that was like. I wanted to see that process, and I knew I was willing to do the work. So since I was willing to do the work, yes, I recommended me start out on cheaper leads because I knew I could go out and help people that other people didn't help. And so that's what I recommended for myself. Everybody's a little different.
And I guess what does it go up to? Say like someone filled out a form in the last week, what would that run in?
Let me look at a sheet here. It doesn't matter. You're not starting out on them. So
you wouldn't get the opportunity to get those right away?
No, I wouldn't give them to you because you're not going to train on people that just send a form in because you're doing a disservice to that client. Because you're brand new, you wouldn't know what you're doing good enough to help them.
I see.
Yeah. Those are, Tina, do you know where my sheet is as far as the, I usually have this in front of me, Greg. I think they're $28 a piece, buddy. Maybe 32. They're either 28 or 32, but keep in mind the income that I talked to you about because was a net income beyond expenses. Okay, Greg? So don't overcomplicate this. As long as you're willing to run 15 appointments a week, you'll at least net between $1,400 and $1,800 a week. That's beyond lead expenses.
Is that when you were starting out too, you were at the 15 appointments a week for the $3.50 range?
Excuse me? Is that what?
When you first started out, you were running on average like 15 appointments a week with the leads of like $3.50.
Yes, I wrote 42,000 in my first 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. If you were a new agent and you wrote 42,000 in your first 6 weeks, you'd made over $22,000.
That's definitely impressive. So when
it's not impressive. I worked my ass off, Greg.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's not impressive. What was more impressive was how hard I worked. You with me? Here, I'm looking at a sheet just so you know. Here, I'm blind as a bat. The mortgage protection on a new agent right now for a brand new lead is $36. Is what you start out on, but you would not be working those. So you don't have to worry about it.
So yeah, that would be more so for someone who has, a year plus of experience.
No, it's someone that's going out and kick and tell in the bonus leads, making good profit, already has money in the bank account, and then we would teach them those would be a good opportunity to invest. But everything that I'm speaking to keep it simple on your end, is net income beyond expenses. It means we're already telling you what you would make beyond what you invest in, as long as you did the work ethic and got a yes or a no from the people that you were assigned or the people you took.
Okay.
Is that fair enough, buddy?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you're looking for stability, and I always love when people choose that word. Stability comes with work ethic. Unstable comes with people that do, not enough people. But if you run 15 appointments a week, Zoom session, Greg, you'll have the most stable income you've ever had in your life, as long as you're willing to work for it, buddy. My number one agent right now is Elijah Crujo. He's 23 years old. He's the most disciplined person in our business right now, and he makes around 21 grand a month.
Wow.
Okay. You'll get to train underneath him as well. He's one of our trainers, but the kid's sharp. But he don't take no prisoners. He don't play around with the business. He goes out and he gets it done and helps people.
What was his name one more time?
Elijah. I can let you meet him if we decide to bring you aboard. So anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying that time. Okay.
So, Greg, on this right here, what's some other quick questions you got? Because I've got another interview I've got to get to.
I think that pretty much covered it all from what I was wondering. So yeah, thank you for answering those.
Okay. Well, no, I love your questions, buddy. I think they're great questions. I just say this: keep it simple on your end. Remember, your job, if you take this position, is to run 15 Zoom session appointments a week. If you do that, you'll never make below $65,000 a year net income beyond lead expenses. Never seen anybody take me up on that challenge over 6 years that I've worked here. If you'll simply do that first, now you're going to suck when you first start, because I did, most of us do. The good part is what you lack in skill, you can overcome with activity if you're willing to do the work. So are you willing to do the work would be the big question for you.
I mean, if there's that kind of potential on it, absolutely.
Okay, well, we already know the answer to that. There is. So that's certainly that. So I guess my question for you right now, Greg, does this look like initially a good fit for you?
Yeah, it does. I'm definitely interested. I like the business model, especially.
Sure. Okay. Well, first step, just write this down under first step. You're going to speak to Tina Freeman. She's my head secretary here at my office, and she's basically the vice president of my company, or president. I don't know what title she's going to overtake this year, but she's an expert in licensing contracting. You're going to speak to her, would be my next suggestion, and she'll teach you how to go get that license if you're wanting to move forward, because I can't hire you without you getting that license. She can also teach you how to do it quickly. My recommendation, if this is a good fit for you, she's going to teach you to do it over the next week. Because obviously we've already got people you can go help, and I know you want to make money sooner rather than later. That gives you the opportunity to do that. Number two, she's going to send you application paperwork for the company. It takes about 15, 20 minutes to fill that out and send it back to her. You're going to love working with her because she's awesome. And so I say just listen to what she has to detail for you on that right there. Once you get your license, I'll let you meet Elijah, Jordan, and a couple of people on our team so we can get you trained properly and get you up and started. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Can I just ask one more question? If you have time?
Fire away, buddy.
So you were saying how when newcomers first start out, I mean, obviously we're not going to be, skilled, or, we're going to suck at first. What was the difference between you in that situation, how you were netting so much in the first few weeks? Is it really just comes down to work ethic?
Yeah, I was making over $600 a week because I knew I had to make it happen quickly. I didn't have a chance to play around with it. I had a wife, 2 kids, and this is our only source of income.
Mm-hmm.
And I left the position making $162 a year to come here.
Oh wow, Were you doing about the same thing with insurance?
I was in financial services, but I saw Symmetry's model after I interviewed with Symmetry, and I really liked what Symmetry had to offer. And Symmetry offered ownership, and that was something that I couldn't get at another company. And Symmetry offered me the ability to help clients that already requested coverage, which is also something that I was looking forward to.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for answering that.
Yeah. So hold on just a second. I'm going to pass you through to Tina. She'll take care of you. And if you think of any questions you didn't get answered today, Greg, this is my office line. Don't hesitate to give me a call. If it goes to voicemail, it just means I'm on the other line. Leave me a quick voicemail and I'll call you back. But Tina's going to take care of you for right now. Okay, sir?
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Cook. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Look forward to it, Greg. Hold on.
This is Tina.
Hey, Greg Martin in Wisconsin. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Please leave your message for
Brittany Swindell Harrington.
Hi, this message is for Brittany Swindell Harrington. Brittany, this is Chris Cook, Symmetry Financial here in Tennessee. Brittany, my office set me up with a brief interview with you this morning, giving you a quick call to get that completed. If you want to get back in the schedule, Brittany, feel free to give me a call here at the office today before 2 p.m. Eastern. Number to reach me at directly is 865-357-3245. If I don't answer, just leave me a quick voicemail and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you and have a great day, Brittany. Bye. Hello, Lacey.
Yeah.
Hey, Lacey. Hey, this is Chris Cook over here at Symmetry Financial. How are you?
All right.
Lacey, my office had set me up with a brief interview with you this morning. Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. And Lacey, I'm just looking over your paperwork here. Lacey, I've got you. You're in Lansing. Is that correct?
No, I'm in Marcellus.
Marcellus?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just putting this down. And says we heard about you through Zip. I know you'd spoke to Bobby Gillisley over at my other office. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. And on this right here, it says you're currently not working, but used to be a production coordinator.
Correct.
Cool. How long did you work as a production coordinator, Lacey?
I worked for 4 years doing that, and then I was a supervisor before that for 4 years, and a production associate after that. I was at the same place for 19 years.
Oh, wow. So a total of 19 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, buddy. And it says you were making good money, around $85,000 a year?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Said you're looking for full-time, and Lacey, you're looking for 100K plus year type income. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And looking through that. Okay. And Lacey, this just lets me get to know you a little bit better. What are you looking for right now in a new career? Anything in particular?
Right now I'm just looking for more of a stay-at-home job, working online and stuff like that.
Okay. Yep. Well, I guess, Bobby probably already told you one of our positions right now, you can run the appointments from at home Zoom session. Did she tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that might be a good fit for you then. All right. So if you'll do me a favor, Lacey, what I can do is if you will grab a pen and notepad, I'm just going to ask you to really go over some interview questions, but I'll reverse engineer what it would take for you to make 100K plus your first year here at Symmetry. And we'll see if you're up to that challenge. Is that fair enough?
Okay,
You just let me know when you're ready, buddy.
I'm ready.
Okay. Just write down my name so you know who I am at the office, Lacey. This is Chris, and my last name is Cook. It's Cook without an E.
Okay.
And just a little background on me. I've worked with Symmetry now for about 6.5 years. And so I interviewed just like you're interviewing with me today. But, same with you. I was looking for a position to make north of 100K plus my first year. I had to have that. So one thing I do know with the numbers that I'm going to share during this interview process is they are absolute, meaning if you will hit these numbers from a work ethic standpoint, then I know we can get to where you want to get to financially. You just got to ask yourself, are you willing to do that? Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So you saw in the video, Lacey, that Bobby sent you, we represent a product in the industry called mortgage protection insurance, right?
Yeah.
What that insurance is basically if a husband or a wife, spouse were to pass away, what our insurance coverage does is pay off the home for the existing family member. Okay. When I become sick, disabled, can't go to work, it's designed to pay the monthly mortgage payment. Something when I interviewed with the company, I firmly believed in. I thought they did a good product for families, and that's something I was attracted to. What really attracted to the company was how they did it, Lacey, is Symmetry sends a form out to anybody that refinances, mortgages a home loan. Okay. The people that take the time, fill out those forms, send it back into our offices requesting coverage. That's the people that you and I, we call up those families, set appointments with those families, go out and help those families apply for coverage.
Okay.
Okay. So that gives you that. Okay. And gives you that opportunity to go out and build it pretty quick as far as income by helping families that way. Each application, just put this down here, each application is going to roughly pay you about $550 in advance commission. Some will pay you a little less, some will pay you more, just simply our average application up front.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Next portion really is going to be specific to you in the fact that you're used to making $85,000 a year. You want to make above 100, which is certainly a number I shared with you already. I had to get north of. The number I'm going to teach you for my associates that need to make above that mark is 15 plus Zoom session appointments a week. Okay. So when we call and set appointments with these clients, we used to drive out to their home. Now we're able to, luckily enough, help them via Zoom session. So you're going to set appointments with the clients. You're going to run the appointment via Zoom session where they can see you, you can see them. You need to run 15 plus Zoom session appointments a week. If you do 15 a week, our predictive average in our current group and our company is this. Not predictive, it's exactly what we're currently getting. We're averaging 6 to 8 applications for every 15 Zoom session appointments we are doing. Okay.
Okay.
And that is write this down, net income beyond expenses of $1,800 to $2,600 a week.
All right.
Okay. So that's a good way for you to look at that business, and that all is a net income beyond expenses. The next portion of it is learning the overhead. Overhead in this type of industry is your leads. So put this under overhead. Leads cost us money as a company to invest in, just like it cost our individual agents money to invest in. I teach you start out on the same type of leads that I started out on, the $8 leads down to 50-cent leads, or the bonus leads. And so that's the price difference. Price difference in those are how long ago a client filled out a form sending a requested coverage. Longer ago the client requested coverage, simply the cheaper the lead. Okay.
Okay.
Next portion, legal. You got to be legal to work with our company. You got to have a life health insurance license, state of Michigan, because that's your state you live in. And what that is, it's an online licensing course followed by a state exam. Michigan is about the same as Wisconsin and Ohio. It's about the same price to get an insurance license, pretty cheap. It's about $180 total to get a license in that state.
All right.
Right. We teach you the process, but you need to go get it. Good news is it doesn't take forever to get it. I got my license in 6 days, start to finish, while working a 50, 60-hour week job. So good news is if you're hungry and you're willing to go and work for it, you can go out and get your license done fairly quickly. Okay.
All right.
So that's something that you can do on your end, and that controls your avenue. A lot of people ask me, Lacey, how do I determine who I hire and who I don't? It's pretty simple. You got to pass that state exam. If you do that, we'll guarantee you a position, hire you, train you, and develop you. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Yep. But that's the way that looks. Long term, can you make a career out of this? Absolutely. I've started here 6.5 years ago. I started out as a personal producer, but it also gave me the ability to build my own business. I took advantage of that early on, where I got good at personal production really quick, and I started hiring, training, developing people to do that. So it gives you the opportunity to move up within the company if you so desire.
All right.
Yep. So anyway, so that's the basics that I wanted to cover on my end, Lacey. What's some questions you got for me?
So I'm good. I just wanted to learn more about it and see what it was. And I think you answered about everything.
Okay, good. Well, I guess the only question I got from you from an interview standpoint is initially, Lacey, does this look like a good fit for what you're looking for right now?
Yeah, it looks like something I want to look into, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously we're doing the interview today because we're looking to hire somebody. So I'm looking for more people that are looking to start, because certainly I have candidates in the state of Michigan that are already looking for coverage from us. So is this a position, though, that you think you could do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first step, just write down the first step here, Lacey, is you would speak to my head secretary. Her name is Tina Freeman. She's an expert in licensing contracting. You'll love her. She's awesome. And she keeps me straight, that's for sure. But she'll teach you about how to get licensed, how to go get your license quickly. She can teach you to take it in about 6 days, start to finish, as long as you'll write down, take notes from her, and follow what she teaches you. Okay. Number two of that, she's going to send you application paperwork with Symmetry Financial Group. It takes about 15, 20 minutes to fill that out. She'll give you a deadline to have that back into her. Just make sure you have that back into her so she can start processing that paperwork for you. Okay. First things first, though, for you to have this position, you need to go get that license that she's going to teach you to do. Okay. Just make sure that, get Johnny on the spot for that, because the quicker we can get you a license, the quicker we can get you an opportunity to go out and start making money and helping families. which will get you where you want to get to financially. Biggest thing when you start, Lacey, is be willing to do the work to see the families. I've never seen anybody willing to do the work that have failed here. It's always the people that aren't disciplined enough to do the work that tend to not get the job done. Just be willing to do it. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Sounds like you did 19 years of good hard work at your previous employer, different things, production coordinator, and you made good income at $85,000 a year. Just take that same mindset of being disciplined enough to do it, and I think you'll find a wonderful new career. Okay. So I'm going to patch you through to Tina. She's going to take care of you on that end. And if you formulate any questions that you didn't get answered that you want from me and Tina, our office number is what shows up on your caller ID. We're always here till about 4 or 5 Eastern each day. So if I don't answer, just leave me a voicemail when you call in, get you taken care of. But first things first, let's get that license completed. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to transfer you to Tina's office. She'll take care of you. Hold on.
This is Tina.
Hey, Lacey Davis, Michigan. Okay.
Okay.
This is Jake. Sorry I didn't get to your call. Just leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, this message is for Jake Allred. Jake, this is Chris Cook down here in Knoxville, Tennessee with Symmetry Financial. Jake, I know you're in Kingsport. Just giving you a quick call. My office set me up with a brief interview with you this morning. Giving you a call to get that completed. If you'd like to get back in my schedule, Jake, feel free to give me a call here at my office today at 865-357-3245. If I don't answer, just leave me a quick voicemail and I'll call you back as soon as I can. I just need to hear from you today by 2 p.m. Eastern. And if I don't answer, like I said, just leave me a voicemail. I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks, Jake. Have a great day, sir. Bye. All righty. I've got here about 10 minutes between here and my next interview for you guys out there in building business land. What's some questions you guys got about building a business here? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And I have a red solo coat. Any questions, gentlemen? No questions? See Dustin, Scott, Steven. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask. If not, no worries. Like I said, I've got another interview coming up here in a minute, but if you do have a question, feel free to ask. Sorry, buddy. You're coming in low on your volume. Let's see something. Let's see if it's not my AirPods. See if my AirPods are picking you up. I'm not.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, not so much a question, but a comment. I made a note in the chat there. I really appreciate your high challenge, high support for that guy, the Greg guy you were talking to at first, because he had a lot of questions, and you were willing to answer his questions. But I also like that you didn't. I'm learning about like presuppositions and like the ideas that people have in their mind coming into a given situation. And so he was making these suggestions like, well, hopefully it works. And you kept shutting that down immediately. No, there's no hopeful about it. There's no probably about it. If you do this work, you will get these results. And he challenged you on that like 5 or 6 times, and you corrected him every single time. That's a great example of high challenge, but also high support, where you were saying you're going to have great people like Elijah and like Joe and other people on the team that are going to be your sales coaches, and you're going to be there for them too, of course. And you were saying, I'm going to ask a lot of you. If you want to be this, I'm going to hold you accountable to the work you're committing to, but also you're not going to be alone. And it was just a really good example, really great call.
Thank you. And it is. It's that high challenge, high support that they say all growing organizations have that in their culture. And so that's what you look at, Dustin, the people you interact with on your, interviews. It's like, okay, because a lot of people are going to tell you they want to make 100K plus a year, right? But what we know, statistically speaking, only 10% of Americans make above 100K a year. So to get to that dynamic, then they got to be willing to do what the other 90% don't, right? You with me? So that's where I say that's where you really bring in that high challenge. It's like we have an opportunity. We have families to help, and really an unlimited supply of families for a new agent to come in and help. And every day they have the opportunity to make thousands of dollars a day as long as they're willing to do enough work. And so be okay with that. I just say for all you guys out there, be okay with that posture. And even for some of you guys that haven't, let's say, one of the things is, well, hi, Chris, how can I do that? And I've not seen the success here yet. So Dustin, Scott, Stephen, I've got you guys in the phone. So one of my challenges early on is, I went out and I did that 42,000 in my first 6 weeks. And I did it on mostly 3A down to 50 cent leads. I worked my tail off, and you guys even heard me tell the dude, I worked my tail off to do that. But at the same time, I leveraged other people, not myself, in my business to build my business. In other words, if somebody said, well, oh yeah, what have you done? I said, man, I just started. I'm just working my tail off and helping families each and every day. But I know my buddy, Casey Watkins, he's killed it here. He's been with the company because I started in 14. So Casey had already been with the company for 5 years. You with me? Or I'd refer to a Linwood Watkins that had been with the company for 5 years. Or I'd refer to another friend that I knew or people that I knew within the business. And I referred to them. I said, here's what they've done. Here's what we're looking to do. Is also, in the book we read question-based selling, right? It's herd mentality. Other people are doing it with us, right? And so I leverage those things because those things help me, and it helped me build a business quickly. Y'all with me? And know this, like I had already hired my first 2 people before I'd ever wrote an application here. So I don't want any of you to think that any of that holds you back from building a big organization. The reason I put on the thing this morning on our Zoom session was I did 1.2 million in my first year APB. Only like 200,000 or 300,000 of that was my own pen. Y'all with me? Like the rest of the 900,000 that we did was my agents. And I'm using that as an example, is there's not a single soul that hears my voice that's listening to me this morning that can't do that themselves. The way I did it, I did 2 things to build my business. My now money I had to run 15 appointments a week. That paid for my office. I even invested in an office that paid for me hiring a secretary, and it paid all my bills. And I had a lot of bills because I had the 2 kids and the wife. That 15 appointments a week, and it was a non-negotiable. Some weeks it took me $600 to do it. Some weeks it took me $200 to do it. But whatever I had to do, heaven, hell, or high water, ran 15 appointments a week. Now, it was a reward or punishment system that I ran. And I wouldn't let my self go do something with my family until I hit my 15. So what did I start doing? Usually by Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I already had my 15 wrapped up because my motivation was spending time with my family, right? I tricked myself into working. So that paid my now cash. It got my cash flow going, right? At the same time, every day, guys, what I did is I put out ZipRecruiter ads, and then I'd check with Warm Market. So usually I'd check with 5 Warm Market people a day, and I'd just call them up, check interest. Hey, are you in the job market part-time or full? If they said they were, say, hey man, I'm gonna send you a quick video. Watch this. I'll follow up with you tonight at 7. We'll see if this might be a fit. That's what I did for my Warm Market. I did about 5 of those a day. Just checked interest. That's all that is. The ZipRecruiter ads, I just asked Casey and Brandon what ads they posted to build symmetry, copied and pasted those ads, changed their number to my number, and guess what? Started doing those pre-screen. What you guys are watching me do is simply the same process. You're just watching me do it 6.5 years later. Y'all with me? And it grew my company from a 1 million year company to a 3 million plus year company, right? We did 3.2 million in my first 2 years. And then we ended up, our last 2 years, we did 6.4 million. So what I'm teaching you guys is I just keep doing the same process over and over to repeat that. Now, what did it lead me? I'm no longer in the field, but now I run a bigger agency. Does that make sense? So for all of you, I just hope you see within 6 years, this can be absolutely every one of y'all. My challenge to you, if you want that result, it's 2 things. It's 15 appointments a week, Zoom session, got to be non-negotiable, and challenge yourself, reward and punish. Don't do anything else till you do it, but also reward yourself when you do hit that. Do something else. Go have fun. Whatever, something that like feeds your tank of love, feed it. Does that make sense? Like go have fun with your family. Go do something nice with your family. Go take a weekend vacation. One thing I always love doing, I like averaging a vacation like every 6 weeks. But during those 6 weeks of running, guess what I do? I do all the work I need to do. So for every 6 weeks, I take a vacation because that's the way I wanted to live my life. Work hard to play hard. Number 2, I showed the plan at least when my first year, I've shown the plan 20 times a week, and it was 15-minute conversations. Y'all with me? And it took me about 5 to 7 extra hours a week beyond my personal production to accomplish that. And keep in mind, that wasn't my now money, and it didn't happen quickly, but it did happen. Y'all with me? It did happen. It just didn't happen quickly. It happened in the first year, but I ramped it up as the year went on. So I want you guys to know, like, it took me 4 months to get a $50,000 agency. It took me 6 months, and we were approaching 75 to 100. Y'all with me? And it took me 9 months to get it going beyond that. But I had to find the right people to find the right people. And I had to find enough people that would actually do it. Y'all with me? So don't think you're going to hire 2 people and take over the world. I hope you do. I'm just saying, statistically speaking, only 10% of the people are actually going to do the work that's necessary for them to get from where they are to where they're going to be. Is that fair enough, guys? But I hope you took notes on that, because that's really it. Like, a lot of people want to ask what the genius of it is. Well, the genius of it is we didn't talk about it. We did it. nice. And I think Ryan, he called me last night, that lady.
I've never talked to her before.
But I think it was like, well, who was the person that called you yesterday during the day? He said, call him back last night. That didn't contact me last night. They were in real estate class.
That wasn't me. That was somebody. I didn't talk to anybody in real estate class.
You didn't talk to somebody via email or something? Maybe it was Bobby. Now I'm getting my assistants.
Get your people straight.
I know. I'm getting my assistants confused.
Yeah,
So I talk to a lot of people in a day. That's what it does. So, yeah. Well, guys out there, I'm looking over my thing. Dustin, I know you at least got to see about 2 or 3 good interviews there. Keenan, Trent, Juan, apologize to you guys. I think you guys are getting in at the very end. That person right there is a no-show. If they call me back, I'll repost. Don't have any more scheduled for this morning. I might have a couple more that come up early afternoon, and I'll repost that out there in case we do. But just while we got everybody on the horn, any recruiting questions, building business questions, anything you got, I'd love to help you guys with it. Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Got a couple of dudes this afternoon just gonna watch the pro so I can get refurbished.
I think let me put my headset on. For some reason, my headset must be pulling the volume because I can't even hear somebody through my phone now. Let me put this on, Trent.
Yeah. I said
I can hear you loud and clear.
I had a couple for this afternoon. I was just gonna brush up from the pro. Yes, listen.
Oh, hey, get your backswing right. Get your follow through right. Yeah, I like it. I like it, man.
Better backswing.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We heard that at what conference that time. So, if you guys got anything else, I'd love to help you. I apologize, but we did have a couple of good ones. I know Dustin was able to watch that one that we did, and I've had 2 or 3 good ones this morning. I think we may have put 1 or 2 more people into licensing this morning. So, biggest thing I'd say for anybody building a business is know your numbers. Know that my number one key is I always want, me personally, like to grow an agency. I want to have 10 plus STPs a week, which are share the plan and show the plan. But they're, same thing with Casey, they're qualified STPs. It's somebody that's already seen a video, somebody that's already spoke to somebody initially via ZipRecruiter. They view ZipRecruiter, it's a warm market. So those are key points. When I was really intense on growing my agency and growing quickly, I got those to 20. That helped me. Just trying to think anything else. Dustin, did you have any other questions that you had from this morning's ones that you got to see?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to say that I got a lot of it recorded, so I'll be sharing it to the YouTube channel later today for anybody who wants the replay.
Casey Watkins.
Okay, cool. And I don't know if you have the ability to put that on group meeting, but
I sure can.
There if you need to. Okay, cool. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yep.
And I still owe you a phone call at some point today. I've got you on my to-do list. I got your text yesterday. The amount of calls that your boy is on right now is pretty impressive. So I got you on the list, baby. So don't. Yeah, absolutely, man. I won't forget about you. Juan, Keenan, anything from you guys, or Trent, anything from you guys?
No, I'll wait for the next post.
Okay, cool. We'll post you another one in. Appreciate you, Trent.
Right.
Hey, Trent, did you see that picture of me, you, Grant, and Joe and thing?
I did. That was neat, wasn't it? That's a great memory.
That's a great memory, buddy.
Just like it was yesterday. You know what I mean?
I know it was. It seemed like I couldn't believe that was a year ago, man.
A year ago.
Yeah, I just remember how much good time we had on that. You know what I mean? We had a blast, dude. So.
It is amazing how time flies. Those next year's time, we're in better shape.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. That's a good picture of everybody, though.
It was awesome.
Yeah, one of those fun trips, buddy.
We're gonna have to get up there to ask them sometime to golf some.
Oh, dude, we got to do something soon, buddy.
I haven't played any mountain golf.
Oh, dude, I suck at mountain golf. You want to lose 1,200 golf balls? Play mountain golf with me. I think I add more to the local communities than anything else. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I like the flatland golf myself.
yeah, me too. Hey, I'm a flatlander. My buddy actually called me this weekend. He's like, dude, let's go play some mountain golf this weekend. I said, why in the hell do you want to play mountain golf? And he said, well, my brother's coming in from Ohio and he plays nothing but flat golf. And I was like, well, tell him that's the best golf. Tell him don't sell him on that mountain golf. Casey and Brandon want me to come over and play mountain golf with her. I hate it. I lose like at least 12, 15 golf balls around. So
Yeah, I mean, they don't always funnel back to the middle, do they?
No, they don't always funnel back to the middle. Most of the time they go join a grizzly bear or a black bear over in the forest because that's about where I hit it. So,
Yeah.
So let's get together soon, brother.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yep. All right, man.
Thank you, guys. See you.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all.